Hello children, you have already studied about national symbols, right? Now we shall begin with national integration. So what is national integration? Okay, so let me clear you first what is integration. Integration is coming together without having any ill thoughts about others, working for the nation. All this is staying integrated, is staying united. Okay, so now the other day I studied about national symbols, which were there? Our national flag, animal, bird, tree. Of course, it is not there in your lesson regarding tree, fruit and all, but you should be knowing that. So, these were the things what we completed in our last chapter. Now, on page number 1, on page number 134, second paragraph. Just be careful and listen to the lesson reading. Okay. National integration means living harmoniously without having hatred, jealousy or prejudice against another person or community. So what does this mean? Exactly what does it mean? That you have to stay united. You should not fight considering any person or maybe of any community. Right? So what is national integration? Living harmoniously without prejudice against anyone. Okay? Prejudice means what? Pre-thought. Like you will have it in your mind. Oh, people are like this, people are like that. You should not have that. Every time changes. And we need to be united so that you will not have pre-thought. That is a prejudice. Like, that community is not good, this community is not good. We have to come out of this. Then only our nation can be strong. So this is all about national integration. How can the nation be integrated? When we forget our egos and thoughts and we come together, that time you will have an integrated city or integrated community, integrated nation. Okay, right from beginning from your house itself, when you are united, you are very strong. So how can we be united? By forgetting all our egos, hatredness, jealousy. All these things are which cause trouble in any human life. Okay. Once again, let me tell you, national integration means living harmoniously without having hatred, jealousy or prejudice against another person or community. Thinking that we are all united and having good thoughts about each other, that leads to the integrated or a united city or a nation. Okay. It is the feeling of living as equal members in the family of nation. So which is the family here? Our nation. We have to consider the nation as one single family. Here no one. You should not think about your caste, creed, religion, all these, no doubt. We all belong to different community. But when you represent the nation, you should show that we are all one. Okay? National integration refers to that situation where all people of the country feel they are one, although there are differences with regard to race, religion, culture and language, isn't it? But as an identity, what do you tell? I am an Indian. That time you do not tell that I speak Kannada, I belong to Karnataka. No, we do not say that. Though we belong to different race, religion and culture, we say that we belong to this particular nation, India, and we are Indians. Okay? It is necessary to create such feeling among all for building a strong nation. So when can the nation be strong? If we all have this feeling with us, then we can make the nation strong. Okay? The national integration is one which strengthens the feeling of equality among all the people. And this is possible only when you consider as equals. First of all, if you are having enough of ego and prejudices, then we cannot consider. Okay, I am great, you are great, then that leads to disturbance. So we should think that we are all equals. Now what is the importance of national integration? Importance of national integration is create unity among the people. Well, how can you create? How can you create unity? When you say I am for you and someone is helping you, standing by your side, then only you can create that we feeling. That is right from family itself you are studying, right? So for the nation, when we say that we belong to this particular nation and we are united, the thought itself makes you so very pleasurable to listen and practice it. Okay. It is also necessary to create the feeling of oneness to achieve the self-vested interest and develop the nation. So each one has to struggle for the development of a nation. How can we struggle? Can we all go to Delhi and stand beside Modi and fight for it? No, it's not possible. Doing your duty particularly, that you are working for the nation and you should have that feeling, then it is truly possible. National integration prominently encourages in achieving national unity, brotherhood and equality. Okay, which are the three important things you have to maintain here to keep up national integration? First one is unity. ಒಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಇರುವುದು, ಒಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಒಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಆದ್ರೆ you are strong. Okay, every time when you are small childhood also you might have seen as a finger. Your thumb is not very, it is weak. This finger, if you take it alone, it is weak. This one, if you take all these fingers separately, we are very weak. But once you use all the 5 fingers for doing any work of yours, then you are united and you are strong. In the same way, this unity also is the same way. When you are together, you are more strong. You can achieve more things. Right? And next one is brotherhood. So what is it? Like thinking each one as your brothers and sisters, behaving well, because that sibling feeling is there. See, any time at home something happens, you run for your sister, you run for your brother, your parents run for both of you. That feeling is there of brotherhood. Brotherhood means all the friends, those who are there in your school. The attitude towards them should be like brotherhood. Like as you love and care for your brothers, in the same way we need here also. Okay, and finally equality. Equality is nothing but thinking all as equals. So we should be very careful that all the time you go on boasting of so many things, then you cannot be equals with anyone. Then it is very hard to survive, right? When we are here, we are as a team. So that team, this is there, that gives you more achievement, isn't it? Okay. Now what is? Now our lesson main aim is unity in diversity. So still we have so much of diversity, isn't it? Everything are different. I have a different look, you have a different look, I belong to different caste, community, religion, so many things. But see, whenever we are here, we are together. And how does this diversity affect us? So let's study about that. Diversity. This is manifested in the natural diversity, biodiversity and diversity in life of the people. Which are the 3 things you are diversifying means? There are differences in natural diversity, right? Here if you go in north, it's very cold, come to south, it is very hot. So the climates are different, nature is different, but still you represent as a united country or a nation, that is India. So natural diversity. India contains high mountain ranges, very long rivers and large plains. In the same way, there are regions with severe cold and high temperature. So sometimes the temperature is high in some this, isn't it? There are hot deserts here. The nature has blessed us with dense forests, cool, fresh lakes, waterfalls, attractive beaches and hundreds of small islands. So India is a beautiful country wherein you have all cool beaches, you have islands, you have a very beautiful thing. In the north it is a bit cold, then again in Madhya Pradesh and all it's moderate, then again in south if it is very hot, but still we get adjusted to all the things, that is natural diversity. Now next is biodiversity. Bio means what? Regarding to life, right? The biodiversity is huge. Only a few nations in the world have such biodiversities. But as a thing, like India is, you have specific things which are same throughout the nation. But some nations or some countries, they are different in their lifestyle also. We do have, but to some extent, somewhere we are all related to, like we have one national language, isn't it? Hindi, as we all speak. Almost most of the people do know it. Okay. Now, population diversity. So, what is population? Population is Janasankhya. So, population also is different in all the different parts of India. People belonging to different communities live in India. There is diversity in appearance. Appearance means your look, physique, your body structure, language, food, manner, customs and religions. Yes or no? We follow different customs. We follow different religions. We follow different customs. That is diversified. It is required to travel throughout India to know the beauty of life of the people. So when you travel the whole of India, then you will come to know so beautiful our country is. Okay. Now unity in diversity. So what is the main theme of this lesson? The main theme of this lesson is unity in diversity. You should be united in spite of all the differences, in spite of all the diversity, right? The living culture of community that has faith in different languages, culture and religion is called unity in diversity. India is a diverse nation and ranks second in the world in population. So, second highest populated country is India, and it is a diversified nation. Many things, many religions are practiced here. Different type of community people stay here. There are so many languages we speak. So much of everyone. Usually in the north they are very fair. In the south you have a darker appearance, and everywhere everything is different. But still we are. That shows that we belong to the culture of unity and diversity. Our country has geographical diversity also. Everyone can follow the religion of his choice. They can mix with the social life by way of speaking their own regional languages, right? Now, though you are staying in Karnataka, but if you have your mother tongue as Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Gujarati, anything, you are allowed to speak. There is no one to tell you that you stay in Karnataka, you have to speak. No doubt you should know that regional language wherever you are staying, but it is not compulsory. You are allowed to speak your own language. We can find unity in diversity among different people who live together. People belonging to multicultural who have faith in different language, culture and religions live in India. We find unity in diversity among the people who lead a variety of life. Our constitution has recognized the diversity. Diversity is the strength of India and never a weakness. It depends how you take that diversity, isn't it? Now we have so many different qualities, isn't it? We belong to different community, caste. Each religion has its own charm when we all together mix up. For example, take it for dressings. In the Kashmir, they have that Kashmiri dress. Gujarati people more or less sari. That dressing sense is good. In South, you have these Kanchivaram, Dharmavaram saris. Each and everything is beautiful. So that you should consider diversity as our strength and not our weakness. No need to tell that we belong to different, we are different. No, we are together and we are united. Okay, this is the main statement and the main theme of the lesson, right? Hope you have understood till here. Now, finally, when we know everything is right, but still we don't practice many things. What are they? They are our hindrances, because your conscience doesn't allow you to most of the times. You know you are wrong, but still you will not accept what you are wrong and go on committing many mistakes. Okay. Now here also there are some factors that are hindering the national integration. So which are they? Casteism, communalism and regionalism. These three are the main threat for our national integration, and these are our hindrances, drawbacks. So we cannot prosper until these things we other castes. A feeling of superiority of one's own caste is casteism. So what is casteism? That giving too much of importance for one caste, that is called as casteism, which we shouldn't have. It should be zero. You should treat everyone as your equals. Casteism is dangerous to the feeling of unity. The caste feelings have spread in all walks of our life. Since years we are saying this, that casteism has affected our society very much. So only children, at this young age, these lessons are put up in your syllabus that you be a better tomorrow, right? Right from now, if that is imbibed in you, that no, I belong to Indian community. At home you are allowed to do whatever you want. But once you are out of your house, you are one among all. That leads to happiness for you also, for the people around you also. So you should remember this, right? Therefore, the narrow feelings are developing. Therefore, the casteism is hindering the unity of the country. Okay. So, finally what? Who is that suffering there? Nation itself. And we are also suffering due to this hindrance of casteism. Next, coming to communalism. Communalism is nothing but thinking too much of our community. That I belong to this community. My community is great. That, this and all. Exactly like casteism itself, but it comes to community, group of people living in specific area. The feeling of superiority of one's own religion over the others and fighting only for the sake of religion is known as communalism or sectarianism. Communalism disturbs peace. Yes or no? You might have seen now many disturbances across the country. Two communities come together, they fight. Ultimately, who is at loss? The whole nation. That time you cannot tell this community has suffered more, this community has suffered more. Both together, the victims are the poor people of the nation, are the citizens of that particular nation. The victims are they. Without their mistake, they are suffering. Therefore, it leads to loss of property and lives. Apart from this, it also disrupts the feeling of friendship and harmony. So once you are angry with that community, never you can mix up. That disrupts. Maybe you both are two very great friends. But all this, no, it will create one negative feeling in you. So right from beginning, have that, equals. We come here to educate ourselves. All these are my friends. That approach itself can change you. So only these lessons you have to study, right? Apart from this, it also disrupts the feeling of friendship and harmony. Communalism has become an obstacle by way of creating misunderstanding among the people of different religions. Communalism has crippled our development. Due to communalism, what has happened? It has crippled. We cannot move forward. We are suffering. We are back. So still, though we are a developed country, still we are shown as developing, isn't it? So what happens? Due to all these problems, there will be more loss to the nation. So we have to get rid of this. Finally, regionalism. Regionalism is another factor endangering our national integration. Endangering means danger to the national integration. It is the feeling of one's narrow commitment towards one's own geographic region. For example, I belong to North, I am good. I belong to South, I belong to this region. I belong to Karnataka, I am very clever. I belong to Maharashtra, I am so and so. I belong to Kashmir, I am very beautiful. So all these things are, it gives up the ill feeling of your particular region. That is called as regionalism. At the same time, since our constitution recognizes the federal structure of states, preserving regional languages, culture and administration is also important. Hence, one-sided love of regionalism that affects the national integrity is not healthy. So such type of love for the nation, for your particular region, it is not the healthy way to uplift us or uplift yourself or the nation. We should have a broad-mindedness throughout. We should understand that we are Indians first and then we are also a part of a region or a language. So what you should understand, that you belong to India first. Regionalism should not become separatism. So if you belong to that religion, whenever you are there for a nationwide. You might have seen in NASA and all so many things. Do they see your state and select them? No. Only by your intelligence. They together they come and they represent our this. And one more thing which you girls are very fond of, beauty pageants. There also they do not see the state. Everyone comes there and represent their state. But still you will have the runner-up or the winner as Miss Universe, Miss World and Miss India. Okay. So instead of representing your region, you can identify yourself as an Indian. Regionalism should not become separatism. This hurts the national integration much. So by this what happens? We will not end up with a good future. We should come out of all these hindrances. Okay children? Hope you have understood the lesson. It's very easy. Just read the lesson again. Okay? So anytime when I take the lesson, before I start the lesson you have to read. And after I end the lesson also read. And while watching the video, please keep your textbooks open so that you can identify those meanings here. Okay?